was here an hour before this waited.
I was asleep 8 minutes ago, so immediately got up. Lovely.
Yes.
I have a sudden urge to spawn an Apache on the runway and watch Shepard's character bolt for it and just slowly drag it backwards.
What would be even better is if you connected it to like an invisible, the EOD bot, and then drive it so it doesn't look like it's teleporting.
Alright, one thing I'm looking at on the maps, I'm going to move the turn-in points a bit closer, because I should have updated those, but I didn't. We have 4 question marks. Let's get through them today. Let's clear this map. Still avoid that one position. There's also a few other hidden positions. You know the drill. Hope you have fun. Any questions?
What's our drug metrics again? 70 is the 4th point?
It's whatever was in that post.
Fair enough.
Do we know if any of the drug cartel have started to use civilians as bad people?
It's whatever is in the post.
It's not in the post.
They're gonna act different. That's in the post.
Guess you'll figure that out then when you play the op.
Alright, make sure everybody grabs extra guns so we can plant them.
Bruh.
We're planting on civilians? I see.
I mean, we're the Mexican military.
You make a good point.
We're gonna push it through.
We
What
should
stilts is this,
definitely, like, punt some civilians. I'm just saying, man. They don't have anything worth it.
Alright, let me move those and we'll see how it goes. Oh, cool.
Alright, Minor. Let's see what we have.
Alright.
Are we on 50? Yes.
Obligatory lag spike. There we go. Jesus Christ. Alright, what do we want? I'll make a few more turn-in points. Let's do a cargo net over here. If I could spell, that would be great.
Alright, this is ground on 50.
Good check. Oh, right. That's not the marker. It would be a default...
Delta on 50. Hello. Alright, I'm by the turn-in box. Let's figure something out. Squad leads.
Alright, this is command. I've marked 2 more turn-in boxes closer to the AO. You can use those at your will.
Roger that.
Alright, set up a few more things here. Nah, let's do skill first, then we'll have fun. And I am setting this to 35. How you doing, Seeker? Oh, I'm a little tired. Because pay for pay ran for like 5 hours. Worth it. I just tried to unironically drag myself. That's funny. Alright, so hold on. Where does this thing have a reference point? Okay, let's lock it for people so nothing silly happens. Nope. 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 Because if I attach that and then... Yeah, alright. it not Twitter? Oh, because no sim. I know, right? I don't know if on their side it's gonna be glitching back and forth. That's the issue. Alright, I got Tiny Apache. There you go. Tiny Apache.
That goes on.
I locked it. You can't get in it.
Oh my word.
Yeah. It's Tiny Apache. Oh, it can army you. Betrayed. Oh no, the Apache, it killed you. So Shepard is over by Vix's place, and Vix flies Apaches, so.
Medic, right behind you. Empire's medic. I will read.
Imagine getting murked by Tiny Apache.
Right, couldn't be me.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Vix has all their fucking controls set up weirdly.
Yeah, it checks out. I mean, are they your best friends if you can't just bully the shit out of them? Let's be honest. I know it's little RC Apache. I'd have to attach it to a drone or something to allow it to actually like fly around
Crazy
proper.
op idea. Shoulder-mounted little pets.
I mean, well, if I detach this, it's going to. Hold on. How am I gonna do this? I need to go in the air. This is a multi-step equation.
Okay, for some reason I can't bring up my medical menu with H. Just bring up the damn Zeus hint.
You have to disable hints because otherwise it disables that. Puts that up before the other thing. God, I hate how complicated this is. Alright. Now I gotta figure out how to put this on my shoulder. That's actually good enough. Alright. Oh god, and that puts it all the way up there. God damn it. So it has to be like a foot below me. Alright. Yeah, good enough. That's the best I can do. Without, you know, something more concrete, but... Our name tag's still on. I thought I disabled that. Oh well. There. Shoulder mounted.
How have you done this to me?
Is it tiny for you, or is it like constantly glitching in and out?
It's
Both.
tiny now.
It's tiny now.
Perfect.
It's constantly glitching big, full size when you move.
Yeah, when I move, it does it like this. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's how physics work with this game. As soon as you move, it resets the scale, which is why it's impossible to make it work properly, but it's fine.
Is there a way to make tiny helicopters fly?
Technically by attaching it to the drone, and then you could get to shoot, but every time it moves, it would constantly reset its sizing in and out. But, I mean, it's funny. And if you were to get into it, then you would be a tiny person in the tiny chopper. But alright, I think I've derailed this off enough. Anyway, highs on 5-0. You guys are free to move out whenever you want. I'm just messing around.
Roger.
Troll your friends.
Alright, Alpha Delta, go ahead and mount up. I'm gonna get started and moving. We all know where we're going, to the southern objective following the line Angel drew.
Alright, well, we'll see if they get any intel. They pull out their AT from those? That's kind of funny. Well, let's hope they don't shoot each other. Penguin, how you also doing, buddy? Got 2 ops today. Then I'm just going to be relaxing for a majority of everything. Looks like they're going to go down to this one first, so I'm going to go ahead and set up some units.
Roger.
And we have all this symbolism because the game's silly, but that's fine. Dismount point's going to be in that valley. That should be interesting. I'll probably bring some QRF up from the local area here. Probably set up like a Hilux and stuff. To bring in some additional forces. We'll see if they capture anybody, and we'll make something out of that. It's not what I selected. Yeah, so all my local buttons are muted, the little dings and whatnot, because I had to repair my my file. How would I say this? My account file got corrupted. That's tied to my profile. So I figured out where it got cut off, and then I got Doc's profile file, and I just copy and pasted the bottom part. And what it ended up doing was optimizing the shit out of my ability to load Arma 3. Through the boot, because he had his profile set up that way, but now there's like a few little like local things, like I don't get sound when I copy paste shit anymore. And my server favorites are no longer popping up, so I just have to manually put in the IPs, but I mean that's fine. Just, you know, something new to adapt to. Keeps the game kind of fresh. Alright, anyway, the first site they're going for has a, you know, a local leader here that can capture them. This has a little bit of, actually a lot of marijuana in there, and then a little bit of money over there, and we'll keep track of those numbers by the end. Map's going to be Los Alamos, technically Los Alamos 2, for both of our missions today. One is going to be the Battle of Hope, and since that was done in New Mexico, I mean, this is the only real New Mexican-themed map. So I just kind of overlaid it, so it'll be familiar to my players, which is good because they need to focus on headshot and a shit ton of zombies. If we don't kill at least 1,000 zombies in that mission, I'm going to be sad. But what's 60 times 30? Actually, no. What's 65 times 30? Someone do that math for me real quick, because I'm too lazy right now. It's got to be at least like 2,000. Not zombies in this mission. Next mission I'm doing, we'll have it. Yeah, 65 times 30. That'll show you the amount of magazines we have in storage for them, and then they're 20-round magazines. You're fine, Ham. They only just stepped off, so you're good. 180 plus 15? No, that's way too short. It's like a 20th of what it should be. Oh, no, I see what you're doing. Yeah, it would be 1,800 plus 150. Yeah, no, you're right. I see. Yeah, you were doing the Common Core way of dividing it into a different equation. I do it the same way, though. Alright, I saw multiple things overlapping there. I was just making sure they weren't doing anything stupid. I'm going to go ahead and teleport myself up here. And then when I see Ham connect, I will just teleport him where he needs to go, essentially. hide behind a little valley over here. Yeah, no problem, Ham. But it's... Yeah, so they'll have 1,950 magazines. Which means they have double that number of bullets. Plus the, like, 8 mags they spawn with apiece. So I'm pretty sure we can kill 1,000 zombies with that. Should be a fun little purge. We're just gonna go through a few different towns on the right side. I'm thinking the final zombie mission I do will probably just be like a zombie mission. And we can just mess around. Because nothing else really jumps out at me from the World War Z book. No salty players to date, that's the goal. I outright told them, bro, if you guys are going to be salty again, I'm just going to delay the entire training arc for another month. Like, I do not care. I'd rather host a bunch of meme missions than do something semi-serious and watch y'all, like, literally waste my time by being salty little shits on the LR. Don't get me wrong, I always want to give my players the benefit of the doubt, but so many people got butthurt when we ran the 3rd mission, like, 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, alright, fuck it, I'll focus on other stuff. I mean, we had a very successful pay for pain last night, despite it lasting 5 hours. But, I mean, we probably had some of the best working boss units I've made in a long time, so I'm happy about that, and I'm going to keep that pattern going. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of overhauling on the POG pay for campaign. In terms of, since we're in, like, the final portion, I have an idea on how we can make logistics a bit more streamlined and focused more on attacking. Pay for campaign will continue Thursdays, 8 p.m. The reason we didn't run it last week was because Halloween, and that also just lined up perfectly with our schedule to run that one-off pay for campaign.
Delta, this is Ground. I'm with Alpha here at Turn-In. Just checking on you.
I mean, yeah, so we basically had a rabid emu that would just knock vehicles back like 500 meters. That would also insta-kill players when it ran up to you and had just a fuck ton of health. We had a super T-34 mech that lasted way longer than I thought it did. And then it had the ability to self-destruct and just, like, basically break all of the attachments. And then we had the War Games, which, I mean, it's a freaking War Games, but it literally missiled itself multiple times. And it was fine. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, at least I made it, like, super, super tanky, so it doesn't accidentally kill itself. It did a little bit of damage to itself, though. It blew up, I think, one of its own turrets and planes, but, you know, with everything else it had, it was fine. But I think by then the player base was so freaking drained that it didn't really matter.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, and then we had
like
Twisted, not Twisted.
If you could just move
Twisted
your way
spawns
through the
clowns
woods
on me,
to
no,
the
it was,
actual
Tech
marker
Priest.
for like .1, grid rep
Tech Priest and his damn
037967,
toilet
and
fluffers
push on the
bullshit.
objective from the south. Alpha, you're clear to step off from the turn-in point here. I marked a drop-off position.
And then you
if
made
you
me
want to go
spawn
in
another one. I
hard,
just put it at the
you
final
know.
airfield, like, alright, it's there.
But yeah, it's gonna.
It's kind of funny to watch them try to, like, ram the War Games with that giant toilet, though.
I'm like, we're rolling
Not
to
gonna
that
lie, at least
position.
that was creative.
We are closing in on
Alright, first AO is simple. I mean, I have one
I'll
patrol.
be
This was a
waiting
bonus
for,
position from intel they collected last
other
mission.
vehicle to
Otherwise,
get
it wouldn't be
before
here.
we
It's just
start.
another farm. I have a single SPG-9 here, and as long as I don't see any vehicle
Alright, Roger.
skyline, I'm not going to do anything. But if I see shit skyline and start shooting at me, I will RC that SPG, and I'll just start plinking at them.
Alpha stepping up.
Roger.
Yeah, I only screwed up one of the IED go-karts because I accidentally set its activation to blue
I see
4
there's
instead
two
of green
Delta
4.
marks. All right, Delta
So I
join
just
Alpha.
spawned
Go
another
to that
go-kart
drop-off
next to that
position,
mammoth, and it
then
cooked
push
it
from
off.
the south. I'm gonna get rid of the other Delta mark.
Why are cartel guys wearing German helmets? Ah, you're talking because it's the Stalwart, whatever the frick name. Because the German army wasn't the only army that made those helmets, and, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, the cartel uses whatever it can get, and a lot of German gear somehow found its way into Argentina, which means it's, you know, around, so a lot of gear would be moved and whatnot. So, you know, you tell me, why is it when I go to Argentina and I go to a quiet village somewhere and I hear Erica playing from one of the houses? You know, you tell me, why is that the case? cartels will get stuff from anywhere that they can find. Better move that. That's your warning shot.
SPG in the town.
Oh, the bus. Alright, what did we learn? We learned don't fight an SPG-9 when it's literally staring at you. Follow me for more funny tips. Bro, you just came back to the same spot that you took an SPG-9 from. Alright, who did I smack with an SPG-9 there? Oh, of course, I had a feeling it would be that chucklehead. Gonna text, waiter, more SPG-9s, please.
Alpha has secured the drop-off point, taken one Humvee casualty and 2 people down, but otherwise we're good.
Roger, move up Delta, support their push into the farm. That's what it appears to be.
Bro has a severe lack of stamina. Here, real quick, I'm gonna prone him. Just start crawling him out. I completely forgot about the QRF I had. Shepard died. Damn. Bro. I feel so bad now.
Hey, come on, Delta. Go ahead, Delta.
Delta can move up to the ridge to the northwest and get eyes over the river towards the town of Kiti.
Oh
All
my
units,
god.
QRF coming down the road.
No, no one's salted. Oh, oh god, the printer
Armor technicals.
has something. That scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I thought it would be someone in here that died because the thing was purple, but I guess not. Jesus. Did you? No, you did not get it, you freaking... Okay.
Delta, this is ground. I do want you up on that ridge. Great idea.
Yep.
Hey Commander, can you come up to the marker? We've got a container full of bales of marijuana.
Roger, Alpha.
Yeah,
We're
Shepard,
dealing with infantry on the road
shot
right
you.
now with our MG.
Because you
respond
stared
to
at
that
me, I was already looking at a vehicle over there, and then you peeked your head and just looked at me, and then you started shooting me, so I pulled the trigger. Oh god, and the frickin' printer's printing stuff, and it just... Why are there body models? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. Don't eat the 75mm taco, I know. they bandage you? Like, how many wounds did you have? Well, then again, it was to your face. Medic didn't immediately pump stuff in you. Ah, yes. I see the issue. I definitely see the issue. I definitely hit you in the face with the rocket. What do you mean someone tried to take the money and the money vanished? Shepard, if you want, you can get back in. I'll give you a mulligan because I killed you. Yeah. And if anyone gives you shit, I'll just say, yeah, it's because I fucking blew him in the fucking face. And I don't like RC killing people in the first objective. But if you peek an SPG-9, then yeah, it's just gonna blow your face off. Meanwhile, this guy's slowly crawling away. Oh, I see where they're going. They're already staging for the next objective. I haven't even put the randos in yet.
Hey, Command, do we have an engineer? Or anyone with a toolkit?
Negative. We don't have any engineers in this unit right now.
Whenever I hear something like that, it usually means the player base is going to try to repair a random
that
vehicle.
Humvee is bust,
oh, okay, they're talking about their own
we're
stuff.
gonna have to destroy it and leave it behind.
I mean, they've had the option to get engineers the
destroy
entire
it.
campaign, so... You know, that's up to them at this point. And I agree, it was funny, but I don't do it because it's funny. I do it because I'm an AI. I'm literally staring in this one little murder section, and then someone pokes his head out and tries to kill me. And they don't immediately kill me, and I'm like, okay, here's my gun.
I'll have to check on it, but there's a truck that the QRF brought that seems to be functional. If you want to use that, it's just a transport truck. But we also have the bus.
Now, let me put it this way. Let me also explain the difference here, because I like to be uniform. If the AI pulled the trigger on Shepard and insta-killed him without me RCing, then I wouldn't let Shepard come back in. But because I was the one that did
See
it,
if it's usable.
and it's the first AO, I'll be nice about it. Because at the end of the day, we're also here to just play a fucking video game. But I know for a fact I might have one or two of my people, like, watch this VOD back and get salty. And it's like, well, you didn't let me come back. And it's like, okay. It's because it's literally the first engagement, which I've always said is the warm-up engagement. And I actually killed him. Because I shot him in the face with a rocket. So, yeah. But we'll see if anyone argues with me in DMs. I'd say 50-50.
Alpha, this is ground. Yeah, this is a fully functional Hilux here with 8 seats for you.
Alright, I do have a checkpoint here. I do have an SPG-9 up there. But I was also fully expecting the medic to immediately start, like, filling you with blood. Liru just killed a man. I also love how I have the VIP guy just kind of like sneaking around over here, like just going low and no one's noticed. Are these guys unironically about to start shelling a fucking town with missiles full of civilians? This should be interesting.
Delta, this is ground. How's it going on that ridge?
We're currently looking at the town of Kiti. We have one point of interest or two, and we're currently looking at the roadblock on the other side of the bridge.
Alright, I wouldn't... He's not in view of it.
Roger. I see what you marked on the other
But
side
if
of the
he
bridge.
if
Any,
he was in view of
SPGs,
it,
ATs?
50-50, I would try and steal that damn thing. But he would have to have a clear view of no one around it to then go for it.
No eyes on that, but we can start shelling the area whenever you want.
I guess.
Did you just miss?
If there's no AT,
Yes, you did.
Not in any threat. Feel free to open up on the road barrier so that we can cross.
What?
The other guy also missed.
Liru, the fucking sights on that thing are off.
Also, you can't reload it. You gave us extra rockets with no extra anything
Well,
else.
because for debug's sake, because not all of them will spawn with the rocket inside sometimes.
Oh, shit.
Thank you. Wait, I'm such an idiot. Alright, there we go.
Alright, we're good to go, command.
Roger. To the bridge. Delta's already clearing it out. We're gonna cross that bridge.
No boom, we lessen a little bit. It was close though. Made him duck.
Alpha aggressive time. I'm like, get over the bridge, get close. I'm like, they're already ripped up. We got this.
Y'all might want to consider running. Yeah. Tracers work both ways, Stinky.
It was Delta marking a forest SPG. Command, there is an SPG, a single SPG in the hill marked to your northwest.
I only have HE rounds left. If I hit somebody with this, it's going to kill them. Finish me off, come on. You have a drone, it can do recon.
Alpha, push and clear the SPG.
He just needs his heart rate back up.
Alright, we're gonna change you to go over here, because that's all a mess. They're firing RPGs at that thing. Miner is down, I don't know from what. Maybe that guy woke up and they just traded. Good to go. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, let's go ahead and bring up some QRF. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from this. Then I'm just gonna grab me a handy dandy Hilux or two. We're gonna put some really nice individuals in there.
Been cleared.
Like I said, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. This also gives a nice angle for the Overwatch team to do some additional stuff. Should only be one death. Yeah. Alright. So far, so good. Yeah, Ham, why are you, oh, you're downloading mods, that's why. Haven't you been in this mod? Why are you downloading mods? You've been in this campaign before. Or am I crazy?
Come on, this is Delta. You have 2 vehicles moving down the road to through the town of Kochiti, coming from your southwest. 2 technicals, armored.
Roger that, Delta. Alpha, go ahead and set up on positions on the road. Prepare for those vehicles.
You're just too tired. Okay, I get it. You're EP. Yeah, looks like they're trying to save people that they might think are still alive, unfortunately. I mean, the unarmed guy, or the unarmored guys have never been really lootable, except if I make them surrender.
Here come the Vics, coming from the town of Kachiti.
Yeah, they didn't really last too long, did they? And now you got the Overwatch elements firing at them too, which is nice. Yeah, okay. It bounced, so I was just checking it south, but I'm gonna go ahead and have this guy go airborne. I'm going careless so he doesn't do anything stupid. And I'm gonna rush up some normal QRF. Into that zone. Alright, cool. Wow, they did not get a lot, but it looks like they're heading back to their vehicle. Alrighty. Well, Ham, there's additional slots. I can put you in as a rifleman and you can join up with command, but that's up
Alpha,
to
be
you.
advised, there's infantry elements that dismounted over the hill right here that my observer spotted.
Daz needs a pack as well.
Come on, Delta.
Go ahead, Delta.
Delta is moving on from our hill. We're heading towards you.
Roger.
Looks like they've been noticed.
Helicopter PID. That's the one.
They've driven over, and then Ryant, I guess, drives the bus. Ain't that funny?
Hey, let's all vehicle.
Alright, I'm gonna assume these guys are gonna realize that this is probably a dumb idea and they're gonna try to pull back. Now, whether or not they live long enough to do it... anyone's guess.
Delta's over the bridge.
Welcome to the fun, Delta. We're about to step off towards the town of Kiti. Alpha, is your Vic okay?
Alpha has requisitioned one of the armored technicals for use.
Roger that. Fine by me. You guys are clear once you've organized and patched up to move into the town of Kiti.
I shoved them on the bus.
Delta,
Alright,
you're going to
cool.
join them. I'm going to have Delta focus on the
I don't know why
southern
he's
river
slow playing it
side,
over here, but
and Alpha focus on the northern hillside.
who knows.
But, I mean, stick close together. It's not that big a town.
So far, so good.
Delta copy.
We have one captive.
Roger, can you hand him over? We're gonna put him in the bus.
The bus. You know, I just really want to say it that way. Alright, just gonna throw those two dudes
All units
ahead.
be advised, my spotter is noting of additional infantry movement from the town of Kiti towards us.
Get that vehicle up. Where's their drone? Yeah, okay, so we'll see that, but looks like they've marked
Be advised,
all
correction, from the town
interesting
after
points of
Kiti,
interest. Alright, that's
Magdalena,
fair.
but they're on their way.
Yes, they are. But yeah, after we finish this map and I start moving on to the Colombian map, I'm gonna rebuild quite a few features here, so we'll see how things go. Ready the helicopter there, so it looks like they're hitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna end with that position. Let's have a random little encounter here. Let's do a civvy on a small wooden boat. That should be fine. Morning, zombie. How you doing? Ah, shit. Actually, it's afternoon. Oops. Hi. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm okay.
Good stuff.
Good enough. I'll give it to him. Yeah, I gave you that one because you didn't miss that time. Alright, that's me being a bit of a
You
jerk.
guys getting the command pick, yes?
Yes, it's all good back here. We're fine.
Good for noon? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a regular boat. I already had narco subs drive in the harbor and they didn't notice, so today it'll just be a civilian. Speaking of civilians, typical 113 flanking attack with team pushing up.
Command spotter is advising M113 is cheating.
Yeah, that didn't really work the way I wanted to. I
down.
completely forgot I have to put the guy on the gun first, and I may or may not have missed that step. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to panic. What are you doing?
All units be advised, civilian vehicle is going to be rolling up on your rear.
Silly AI. You're fine, zombie. You're fine. Hey, Ghost Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a hot second. Everything okay with you?
Lance Corporal _Liru in chat.
Of course, thanks for the 33-month resub, but you're good, right? Because last time we talked, you said you had some IRL stuff to deal with. I just want to make sure you're okay. I think I was gonna wait another week first, but if you're here, I might as well ask, you know? Because you told me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something around there. Alright, he's dumb, so I'm just gonna set him that way. Yeah, right, that's why it's always fun to have civvies driving around, because this is a civvy-heavy campaign,
can you
so...
let out point of interest building? We're taking fire from it.
Let them push stuff, I'll be sending some more...
Alpha, Delta.
Uh-oh.
Alpha, Delta.
Assholes.
Why is Angel not responding? 'Cause that's over 5-0. Here. With the power of deep copy, we can check.
Possible objective building up ahead, seeing guys move around.
Yeah, he's on 5-0. He shouldn't be muted. Alpha, you on 5-0?
Was that a call for Alpha?
Yeah. Did you not hear Mac calling for you 4 times like 20 seconds ago?
No.
Okay. Mac, can you go into TeamSpeak and try to unmute Angel? Maybe there's a local mute issue there.
I hear him.
Okay, but Angel, do you hear Mac?
I do now.
Okay.
I might have just been busy.
Normally I would not give a shit, but I'm trying to, this is a communication heavy thing. And if they're not communicating, I'm gonna figure out if it's a debug issue or if they're just, being interesting. Ghost, I appreciate that, but I know you said that you had some IRL stuff to take care of, so please make sure that's taken care of first. I gladly appreciate you working on DayZ, ma'am. I just want to make sure you're good. Oh no, she's here.
Use the same door.
The warden.
Do not go on the
Hold on. Use the exact same door. Okay, do you see any of them?
How are you? What package? Those are my balls!
Come on, Delta.
Go ahead, Delta.
You know, I'm
Delta
sick
found
and
2
tired of
cases
you
of
thinking
cocaine
you can
on
just
the,
come down here
north
when
and
I
south
stream
marked
and sexually
POI
harass
buildings.
me.
They've been
Because of
moved
course you can do it
outside for
whenever
you
you
to
want,
collect.
but you know.
Roger that.
They're like Mirage.
Propriety bullshit.
Right, let's just move to the end of town.
Alright. Everything sorted? Good to hear, Ghost Wolf. Training's going okay, Doc. I blew up Shepard with an SPG-9 to the face. That was pretty funny.
Your face? No.
Did you just lick my note, you monster? Yeah, I can see that. This is the frickin' doll thing, isn't it? SPG-9, my beloved, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let me delete these AI running out. Also, Ghost Wolf says hi. But yeah, Ghost, if you need any help, let me know.
My friend. Are you okay?
Come on, Delta.
Go ahead, Delta.
Cock crates marked on the map for you.
Yeah, Shepard tried to challenge an SPG-9. I was
Those are the
RCing
same
point
crates
blank and
previously
shot me,
mentioned,
and
or
I'm
new
like, okay.
Previously mentioned.
Roger that.
Here's
can you give me a sit
here's
rep?
some
You green over
explosives.
there?
Have fun.
Delta is green.
Alpha
Thank
sit
you,
rep.
honey.
We are good. We're packing, I think, 12 cocaine and about 5 money.
Roger that.
Alright, let's put another car up. Probably not a forklift, but you know.
Enemy QRF up the hill northwest.
Everything's alright, Ranger. Just running a simple training up. Same with you, Kaiser. Yeah, that was a bit of a slaughter, wasn't it? Trying to make sure the civvies aren't getting in the way. A bus with QRF, maybe later. With like a massive amount, but I'll let the op play out a bit more first.
The offense feels bad.
Bobby just casually staring at a civvy with a car while using a tube. That's yeah. True, the cartels have a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm not really going to debut it till we get to the main map.
Alpha Delta, this is ground. Are you guys good over there with the QRF? Any more contacts?
QRF's been dealt with. Did someone collect all of the cock?
I had a little malfunction with the battle bus. I will collect the cock crates. I'll be on that momentarily. We're going to be getting ready to move on to Magdalena if you guys are good on ammunition and vehicle condition.
Just catch up after. Humvee follow us, but stay on the northeast side. Yeah, we're gonna take that formation in the building.
Don't start piling in the vehicle just yet. Just just in case QRF comes and something blows up.
Well, we already dealt with the wave of QRF, but I understand. Roger.
If it's not too much, you can just load it up into your own bag.
Delta, we're moving up the hill northwest towards the position where the enemy QRF came from. We're just gonna check it out.
Roger, at the possible local mark.
Yep.
Roger that. Alpha, can you mark your pause on map, or are you still in town?
We are still in the town. Were we supposed to not be?
No, you're good. I was just wondering where you were. I was a little worried. I haven't seen you in a moment. I'm gonna have you move up to the four-way intersection, just outside of the town. Once Delta's done with their possible local building set, we're gonna move on Magdalena. Unless you guys are bad on vehicles or ammo, let me know.
No,
I just
we're all
hadn't
good.
follow Mac's position there.
Roger that. Then just set up at
Also
that four-way
overheard
for
they
now.
were calling
Be
the
alert for
crates
QRF,
with cocaine
and
cock
then we'll move on.
crates because it's short for cocaine, even though I know for a fact they mean something else with that one, Chief. And we just have the bus loaded back here.
Roger that.
So it looks like they're just loading the crates wholesale. Let's load more civvies in this area. I'm gonna set up some patrols as well.
Game freezing.
Oh no.
Delta, did you check that building with the sandbags to the southwest of the village?
We did. Only 3 cash has been collected.
Might have been me spamming all those civvies early, but I mean, that shouldn't have been an issue. Alright, let me just play cleanup then. He's across, he's across. I'd say there is potentially a little bit of stuttering going on.
Yeah, I got that too, Mac. I know everyone's talking about it inside, but we have the stuttering ground as well. Yep.
Stand by, I'm trying to see what I can fix here.
Delta's checked out the position and the corpses. We're gonna move back downhill towards the town.
Okay, I'm just trying to purge everything on the server, seeing if that'll fix anything.
Delta, I'm sorry, can you say again?
Delta's moving back down towards the, towards you guys southeast.
Roger.
Yeah, that's the stutter right there with it randomly dropping to like 40 frames.
Hey Liru, what the hell did you support?
Just civs.
Like, shit goes from like 70 to like 10 constantly.
I just despawned them all, so I don't know what to tell you. Same types of civs I've been using this entire campaign.
No, it's still here. Weird.
Sus.
I genuinely don't know what to say.
Alright, Delta Alpha.
Is there something pathfinding weird?
Beyond the stutter, we will continue on forward. We're not going to bust through the barricade on the eastern side of town. I'd prefer engaging from the west. Delta's pretty much already drawn a line, but a little more to the west, basically a big hook. We haven't seen any positions aiming down the hill towards the road by the river. So, yeah, exactly. Delta, yeah, exactly.
I didn't see any. Oh, has the
Like,
drone
there's
found
nothing
anything?
different.
Our drone didn't see any positions there either, but it had to
I
come and
imagine it
re-battery,
probably has to do with
so it only
something
was there for a
being
couple minutes,
run
truthfully.
unkeyed. And
It's
I
going
gotta
back out,
basically
but
take out
we're almost up.
the vampire mod because, or the vampire, excuse me, because the key's broken on it. So.
There we go.
Alright, my ground drone has also observed no positions facing the southern side of town, so Delta, your line's pretty much exactly what I want to do. Alpha, if you could go up there as well and support.
Well, something happened. Startrain's gone. Do we move off?
Yeah, I'm good on the stutter as well. We are clear to step off. Alpha Delta will go together along the line, hitting that point of interest first, and then moving through the rest of the town. How do you say? My brain's not working counterclockwise, because I want to get that barricade out of the way before they, you know, disperse into the town and cause more trouble.
Roger, Alpha will follow line and attack the town.
Delta's mobile.
Maybe it was one of the players rendering this and throwing. I'd have to go look at the server RPT, but that was definitely weird. Let me start unhiding shit and see if it comes back. Kind of just came in and left, which to me indicates some sort of player rendering issue that then the server was experiencing, which keying would fix, but weird. Welcome to being a Zeus, where you actively have to debug a bunch of random shit. Because you're trying to figure out why it's just as broke. Weird how that works, isn't it? You guys want to see a big ass stutter? Watch this. The thing is, everything in the config and despawn, or debug, excuse me, is in the AO. All of those kits are in the AO too, so it's like, I don't know what to say. Oof. Yep. That would be the SPG-9 up here, and Archie is now in trouble. Medic's running up to him. Major ouch there. Yeah, so that one is counting if they don't get medical attention, because that was totally them dying.
Alpha Delta, can I get a status on that fireball?
To an AI group, so I'm gonna now react with this vehicle to push up.
Delta.
See if the gunner sees anybody. Medic working on 2 people. That might mean one of them bleeds out. And then I do have that gun up there. Oh, I do have a view on that car. I'm gonna potentially snipe that. Yep. Missed. Wolf people came up. Looks like the gun got engaged. Might have a pretty nasty mass-cast on our hands here.
Delta Alpha has about exploded over here to the east by the marked position saying armed Hilux. If you could move over here and support, we got a mass cas going on. I'm working on them, but...
Well, there goes everyone on our battle bus. We tried. Alright, we got a mass cas on that position. Alright, if they do it multiple times, that's when I mentioned, like, guys, head off a side chat. You set up a battle buddy system. That's how we deal with this. I'll make sure these guys are still in view. Yep, cool. Yeah, no, there's a mass cas there, because I think the machine gun took out, like, 2 people that came in. 2 of the medics, unfortunately, so now the regular riflemen need to stabilize as much as they can. But I think only 2 of them are critical, so...
Ground, this is Delta. Did you need a medic or something?
I'm gonna need a response over here, at least for security's sake.
Yeah, because I'm gonna continue to be main. Alright. Who wants 50 cal? Rest in peace, the Bane boss. See, if I really wanted to be mean, I could RC that guy and just start, like, blowing their vehicles up, but... Or, actually not blowing their vehicles up, blowing them up, but... I'll give them a little bit of a reprieve, because I could just utterly camp them, but... That's our first official death right there. So that's incredibly unfortunate. And then if they keep using side chat, I'm just gonna spawn more AI. Or I'll just actually RC an SPG-9 and blow them up, I don't know. My punishments vary. Oh yeah, pressure on the wound, right, yeah, of course, duh. They brought the 50 cal up, they took out the SPG-9, it's smart. Ham and Aiden died. That's unfortunate. But yeah, this is a really shitty spot for a mass cas situation, that's for damn sure. Here, I'm gonna try to flank from a different angle. Open field mass cases, man. They suck. Now they're all crawling around. My 50 cal's reloading. No one's realizing we're getting flanked here. And his ammo's ready to go again. gonna be quite a few more deaths from that, that's for sure. Yeah, no, my debrief note's gonna go like, guys, I've got an open field mass cas. That's a really tough spot to be in. Especially if I have QRF come in. Whoa! So that forced the driver out there. Oh my god. That is really unfortunate.
Delta Medic 150, if anyone can hear me, white smoke thrown.
My
We are behind
god.
white smoke to the southwest.
I think I just saw another guy get blown away, yep. They just got Broadshore up there. Have them work on their little pagers or walkie-talkies to say that they've got that situated. You got these guys working on Karn back here. Oh. Open side of the hill with QRF coming in. This QRF was stopped really effectively, I'll give them that, but there was also a forced split play. They got a little too cocky. 2 people going down turned to 4, and then it turned to like 10. I don't allow for spectator mode. I only allow for people to watch the stream because in the past, the only time I tried to put a spectator mode in my missions, the first day, it immediately turned into someone messaging their friend on Steam and basically telling them where everything was. So I don't really trust that anymore. Alright. See, these guys doing the smart thing, just load up in the vehicle and move if you're being flanked like this. How did I know? Because we heard in the background of his mic the steam ping. And when I asked him about it in debrief, because he also started doing things that you could tell he had no way of knowing. Like, he turned the corner and pre-fired twice, and he was not a person to pre-fire normally. And then when he got, like, he basically went through 3 hallways and sprinted in, but then, like, the 4th one, he actually stopped for, like, 20 seconds and then just pre-fired the corner because there were dudes in it. And I made sure that they were all set to no voice, so there was no way. But yeah, no, that was a debacle a few years ago, but that's why. That's why we don't.
Hey, so anyone that's still alive?
Delta Medic with Mac down, Karn down, and remnants here and everywhere else.
Well, Alpha SL, I'm here. We got a couple down people.
Let's see, I'm gonna spawn some QRF real quick, because,
yeah, we fucked up.
morale's high at this point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we fucked up. Oh, okay. Poor players. I see that chat message. Give me 1 second. I just want to strike while the iron's hot, because that's how morale works. This is just a rare example of my community of if the mass cast is in a tough spot in front of a lot of heavy guns, then it gets very messy very quickly. Yeah, you're right, RHC, but what can you do?
Switch to secondary.
And again, it's also, there's a bias there of, you know, I know 99% of my players wouldn't do shit like that, but, you know, I just don't feel like putting all the work in every single one of my mission files for it to then be abused. Yeah, a lot of people. What started it? Oh, no, okay. So what started was this vehicle going off because of that SPG-9, which was done by AI. I didn't even RC it. I then RC'd it to blow up that vehicle,
So
but there's no
hey,
one
you
in
guys
it.
fucked off.
But
Could you
2 more
maybe come
people
back?
came up. Because I think there was, yeah, so I had another 50 cal vehicle right here that I drove up.
Can you guys come back? We've got
And 2
6
people
people
ran up
disabled
without
down
realizing
here.
that, so they basically went in with no smoke cover, so they got gunned down. And then I brought in more QRF in the form of these 2 50 cals, and there's that mass cas got created by that.
Mass cas point.
Just a great big mess all around. I'm gonna carry this gun up. But I'm letting the AI play it out. The only thing I've done is driving. I haven't done any shooting here, so it's all fair. Fog of War is a bitch, I agree. But it just goes to show, if you try to deal with a mass cas situation in the open, and you don't have proper security, and you just rush in there, it's rare, but this is what can sometimes happen. That's why we run training ops. So yeah, brought that Dishka up. Remnants are doing their best, but I think this is a great moment to now, you know, switch the campaign to a new map. Yep, ran straight to a meat grinder. And sausage was definitely made. Doesn't help when you're prone, by the way. Your head's forward, so the AI will target your head first because it's ahead of everything else, and if you get 2 tapped there, then you're kind of SOL. Usually in Ops 1 is enough, but, you know, I've up-armored them quite a bit. Join Op ages ago, attempted, my DLC didn't work, fair. Well, we do Ops almost every day. Yeah, so now he's being flanked on the left here. They're just trying to pull out who they can, but this is definitely going to be a pullback situation. But yeah, because this is just such a bad spot. Jason just got shot from people on the rear. Yeah, we're independent of TSB, though. I used to work a lot in TSB, but a lot of the people I started that place with kind of left, and I got left with a few other people that were tougher to manage, and I just didn't feel like doing that. A lot of stuff got in the way of me just Zeusing, which is why I left, but yeah. That's another long story. Oh, poor Bobby. He's taking multiple hits here. 1 or 2 more is going to bring him down. He's going to quickly try to bandage. Oh, this is going to be a last stand situation, isn't it? Well, Bobby just got executed. Astrius, I'll give him a chance to run, but... Oh. Friendlies tried to come in to relieve him, and now we're just down to 1. And I think he just went down. I didn't cheese global, right? Yeah, we're at 35. That's what I've been trying to keep this campaign at, but yeah, just, oof. What do we have in the turn-in? Nothing, because they brought everything up with them, didn't they? Oh, fuck. Really? Nothing went into turn-in even? Oh my god. Wow. Let me just verify one more time. Station mailed. Well, everyone gets a point for participation.
Down another team came to
we
help
did
and they go
manage to
roll.
accomplish
Alright, hold
2
on.
of
Well,
the
that
3
happened.
missions.
Break.
Alright. I checked turn-in, there was nothing in there.
Nope, it was in the command vehicle at the bottom of the hill, and the entire command team died at the Mascaz.
Yes.
It's unfortunate. Alright, let me explain how that Mascaz happened. So, 2 people drove up in a car. There was an SPG-9 on the hill overwatching where there was a blocking position in the front of the town. I did no RCing at all, except for one instance, which I'll talk about. But that SPG-9 struck the car. That caused 2 people to go down. I think Ham, as a medic, ran over, tried to pull the bodies out. QRF for you guys was called to, you know, work on that Mascaz situation, but you're basically on an open side of the hill. There was a 50 cal truck by the checkpoint that then drove up to lock that position down because the SPG-9 gun saw Ham run into that position. While doing that, he also noticed a Humvee that was parked right in front of it. There was nobody in it, so I decided, all right, I'm just gonna boop that. I missed my first shot, then I destroyed it on the second shot. That was me RCing. But again, I took that shot because no one was in there and he was in front of me from that SPG-9 position. From there, the 50 cal car, I went to look at the other squad. I also watched them do a really great job of eliminating or PIDing the bus and then eliminating everyone on the bus because that was a major wave of infantry coming. So good job to Delta for that. But then I had QRF coming from the north. I brought in some more 50 cal cars from the northern garrison that you were going to hit, I think, after this. I looked back, the first 50 cal car that was already there had gunned down 2 more people that were medics because I think they ran right in, and now the 50 cal was watching. So now there were 4 people down. One of the 50 cal cars, that 50 cal, okay, God. So that original 50 cal got destroyed. The 2 additional cars came in. I basically had them be a little more defensive. They weren't as close as the first 50 cal car. One of them set up a base of fire, and then I drove the other one around, and that, I guess, really threw you guys through a loop. No one was watching your right, and that 50 cal gunner, I think, mowed down at least 7 or 8 of you.
The problem with that guy was he didn't die from 65 hits of 50 cal.
The gunner was invincible.
I don't know what to tell you. On my side, as I was driving the car around, he never got knocked over. If he got knocked over, I would have pulled him back.
Yeah, he didn't get knocked over. The thing was, he was just spraying blood everywhere, but just didn't die.
I didn't even see any blood on my screen too, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we're thinking of a different gun there. Are you talking about the gunner on the hill?
Yeah. Or are we talking about the same 50
Yeah,
cal?
so are we talking about the gun that was, let's see, it was the east down the hill? He was by your 2
quite
cars.
Close at the end.
Are you talking about the end when your team was coming in?
Yeah.
No, so that gunner was dead. I picked up a Dishka and brought it between those 2 cars.
I was referring to the one that pushed up.
One of the 50s.
Yeah,
that
I
like
referred
drove
to the
up.
50. Yeah, that pushed up onto our position because I exited out of medical and shot him in the kidneys 12 times.
I don't know what to tell you because as soon as I noticed him take fire, I pulled back, but he was still up.
Yeah.
Why don't we just show the clip?
Roll
I'm pretty sure you guys are talking about 2 different things.
All right, let me see.
He already put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's something different. So you see all those dead guys? That was from a vehicle that drove up. That was like in down the hill.
Yeah, it was a little down the hill to our relative right.
But we're not talking about the one that was driving around that ended up by your vehicles. So yeah, I think we're talking about 2 separate instances then, because what I ended up doing was I did pull that vehicle up to the other one, and then dismount the driver to get in the gun, and then it was immediately hit by a Vampire rocket. And then I died, but the gunner was still there for his original one. But by the end of it, the 2 50 cal cars were together, but one of the gunners was dead, and then I pulled up the other vehicle right next to it. So you might be thinking that. And then after that, I did also take the Dishka out of the checkpoint to push with the remaining infantry. I just sat it where those 2 cars were to use it as cover. So there was just a lot of anti-material rounds firing from that position. But yeah, if you have anything you want to put in feedback or addressing me in DMs, we can. But I mean, that was just an instance of it was a bad mass-cas position. The first team that ran in also got mass-cas because they just blindly charged in without smoking. And then by the time people came in and smoked, it was just a very bad spot to be in because I started locking it down with QRF. And by the time people realized that and tried to drag bodies away and whatnot, it was already a mess. So it happens. It sucks, but I mean that just ended up being the position we were in. But I mean, for the most part, you guys bulldozed the campaign. The only other thing I'll tell you guys is I did in the first objective insta-kill, like not insta-kill, but he was gonna die. He did die. I hit Shepard point blank with an SPG-9 because I was trying to aim your vehicles. Because I already fired a warning shot, I think your command Humvee, and then it decided to drive up there again. So I hit it. But then Shepard poked his head like literally in the little firing angle I was doing and tried to kill me. I gave him a few shots. I was still alive, so I pulled the trigger and just headshotted him. But because that was the first objective and that was an RC kill and a training op, that's 1 life. That doesn't really train, other than you being silly. But I refunded his life because, yeah, that sucks. And we're still here to play a video game at the end of the day. But yeah, everyone died anyway. Nothing got turned in, so everyone gets at least a point for attendance.
So can we just like balls deep first objectives?
What do you mean?
Like just throw all caution to the wind driving, and if we died the first, we just got refunded.
No, because this was an RC kill.
Ah.
If it was the AI firing an SPG-9 into his face, then yeah, I would have been fine with leaving him to die. But I get your healthy criticism there. If I insta-kill you, I feel bad, and then I'm biased to then fix it. But if the AI kills you, it's fair game.
You bully me.
Bobby, you actually, I think, were the second to last person to die in that op, but...
You held your ground, Bobby.
Yeah, you held your ground, so like...
Anyway, Command, go ahead.
Alright, okay. Well, first objective went well, except for Shepard dying, but that was just discussed. Everything went fine, one of the Vics got damaged. We had the bus, but unfortunately, there was also more useful vehicles, so we didn't utilize the bus. Makes me very sad, but it's okay. We went to the bridge. Delta was already up there, ripping up the bridge, doing great work. Ground and Alpha were supposed to, or at least my vision was that we could push the bridge because it was already so down. We did not see the SPG. I heard you, Mac, as I was blowing up about the SPG. Whoops. It's fine. Everybody lived. It got handled. Then after that, we started moving on the town of Kiti. Everything went well with Kiti. Alpha, Delta handled themselves fine, and Ground Command got the bus fucking wedged in a ditch. Don't worry about that. We picked up the drugs and the POW, loaded them all in a technical because the bus was kind of cringe at this point. And then Magdalena happens, and we say, well, the line was to enter from the south, which is what Mac did. And Angel, I'm you also did, but one of your cars was a bit exposed to the the checkpoint, and then mass-cas happened, and we already discussed the mass-cas. I don't think anyone did anything horribly, particularly wrong. I apologize because I don't seem to be in the right mindset for Ground Command today. My brain was just not chugging. I don't know what was up with that, but from my point of view, everything went decently up until the mass-cas. It was my team who walked over the ridge not knowing that there were 50 cals over because we saw the fireball. We radioed for who was in the fireball. Delta said, not me. I asked for Alpha. Alpha didn't answer. I was like, okay, Alpha's in danger. Let's just see what's going on. Machine guns. And yeah, then I asked for Delta's help. Delta came to help, and then we were all in the shit. That's all I really got. It wasn't god awful, at least from my point of view. It's just unfortunate we all died with like, I don't know, like 30-ish drugs and a POW at the bottom of the hill. I'm gonna free that motherfucker. All right, Alpha.
Alright, first off, sorry for not responding sometimes on long range. There's a lot of explosions, gunfire, and people talking everywhere, so sometimes it can be a bit hard to hear. I should have turned the volume of the long range up. The first charge went absolutely fucking brilliantly. I think that was absolutely amazing. Pushed in, took out the 50 cal gunner, killed the first like 4 dudes, and took cover behind the rock. Then we just cleaned the first objective, sweeped. Second time was the bridge. That went pretty good as well. I think we just pushed in, clean sweeped. Did pretty good with that one as well. That was a pretty good charge. Final time, shouldn't have parked the car on the ridge there. I should have parked it back, and I shouldn't have let those guys with the technical push off to the side. I should have kept them with us. Other than that, went great. Delta.
Right, so at the start, I wouldn't say squad. Well, Alpha pushed in directly into the point, and did you lose the Humvee that go ahead?
We
They
lost
didn't have the demo
one
one yet.
Humvee.
Yeah, so the plan was to move in
Oh my
through and dismount before we move in, but you guys just charged straight in. Luckily, you didn't lose anyone's life, but be careful and remember what's been ordered, etc., etc.
Didn't Mino say go in?
I said I did say dismount. I don't want to lose Vix, so let's full dismount and move as infantry. But
I must not have heard that. I swear I heard something about charging. Maybe that was just my mind. I was just like, just charge. Anyway, it went fine because I only saw a 50 cal up there.
It did not go fine. We lost a Vic that we can't afford to lose. Like what?
Just be careful in the future of things like that. It's always also a very risky move to just step straight into the enemy point, because even a hand grenade could wipe out your squad if you like dismount right next to the fortifications. Well, for Delta, we set up the base of fire to Kochi. We tried to shell the buildings. Vampires were a bit inaccurate at that range, so we used the SPG to take out the bridgehead. Didn't spot the enemy SPG until it started firing. We saw the plume of smoke. Moved on, got to the town, cleaned up 2 buildings, found some stuff, then cleaned up a bit more, and yeah, at the end we moved around the checkpoint, got on the MSR, set up a watch on the MSR to the west, and took out the bus that came in and wiped a lot of infantry in the town. Unfortunately, then the mass gas happened on the hillside, and we all got wiped because we went to help.
well, I appreciate you coming to help either way. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't want to face that roadblock, especially head on, and that's essentially what we did. And the QRF came in at the same time, so we were completely ass blasted there. That it's just what it is. Yeah, I'm like, it is good you didn't lose any lives on that first vehicle at the first thing, but yeah, I did say dismount. It wasn't the end of the world because nobody died until I saw Shepard die, and then I was like, oh, that's not as good as you made it seem on net. But apparently that was a situation I was unaware of. That's fine. Shout out to Ryan, our drone op, for shouting all the QRF at me. It was very helpful. I hope in the future for ops, whoever's ground command considers using Delta as a base of fire force. I think Mac having the SPG and the MGs up on the hill to do, some advanced justice at range was very helpful. And if it had not occurred, we would have had a hell of a time getting both across the bridge and into Kachiti. Also, I've learned that SPGs are hard to spot because at the first objective, there was not hidden, but there was a surprise SPG that took the MRAP to the face, or the MRAP took to the face and almost killed Aiden. But we survived, luckily. And then there was the surprise SPG up at the bridge as well. SPGs are sneaky.
I do have a question for you. Why didn't you bring more Vics?
Why didn't I bring more Vic? Because we had the bus.
Yeah, this is kind of an op that is supposed to be
These are so
played-
goddamn boring. I said that let's take the bus and let's
No.
not take any Humvees.
And I kind of agree with Mac. I'm like, I do want to move
I'm
fast.
signing up to Europe. I don't want to drive a car.
I do want to move fast. Want to be mobile, right? But I don't want to lock like several people into the driver gunner role just because we have the Vic, so we're
Always
obligated.
dismount shit.
No, but then
Always
they will get
dismount
stolen,
shit.
car, and that's the problem. If we can just leave them around.
Or blown up.
I mean, not to mention, like usually,
We
like,
did.
Sure.
we do, yeah.
So we did lose some vehicles, but we replaced them with secured technicals. We still had vehicles.
Yeah, and you
to
didn't
move.
call it out, which is great. Next time I'm
No,
just
it
gonna
was
do
called out.
that.
It was
it was
fucking
called
called out.
out.
Okay, then I missed it.
Let's
down all of them.
relax. Everyone
We-
take a deep breath.
Taking enemy Vics in this ops.
We did call out the vehicle. We got Alpha that technical. If there was other technicals going forward, I believe a second one was called out at some point, but I was dealing with my stupid bus being stuck, so I wasn't actually at the front at that time, so I didn't observe the second technical, which is the one I'm assuming turned into a fireball later. I don't know if that one was called up. I thought it was. But the one that we secured for Alpha after Objective 1 was called up and discussed. I can't speak, like I said, I can't speak for the second one. But battlefield seizure is not a problem with me. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I'm like, we got to use what we got. And just to be clear, once we had cleared Magdalena, we were going to turn in that. My intention, which doesn't matter when we're all dead, but my intention was to go back to the turn-in point and requisition new vehicles. We were just going to do our chain and then come back. I guess we could have gone back after Kachiti, but both of my squad leads informed me that they were green on ammo, green on vehicle condition. They could continue, so we continued. That's just how I made that decision.
I mean, that was fine. We were like completely golden going forward. Unfortunately, what happened in the town though.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just a blunder. Blunders happen. If anyone else has questions for Ground Command's illustrious decision making, I'm here. I am an open book. I don't mean to get everybody killed.
I'll say on Empire's clip, that does kind of suck. But like as the Zeus, when I saw that gunner that I was driving for like took fire, I immediately pulled it back. It's not like I kept him there to like mag dump you. And I hope that intention was clear.
Yeah. The funny part is if you watch it longer, I don't know if it shows it on the clip, but that same Vic one taps me as I go to give someone CPR.
That's pretty funny.
Same as soon as I go in sort and try to call it.
BRB, I'm going to mute myself and wrap the stream up. We'll have the next stop in under an hour. All right. Clearly some different perspectives and ideas of what to do in certain situations clash there. Things got a little heated. I calmed him down. All I'm going to say is it's up to Command on what he wants to do. And I kind of put the fault on Alpha here for charging in multiple times when he was told not to charge in. So I'm going to rule that's an Alpha skill issue and leave it at that. We'll be back at the top of the hour for some zombie killing, Battle of Hopeville style. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.